The bowl of porridge that paid for a life, English story, listen to English, learn English, life lessons. In the heart of Bangkok, beyond the shiny malls and neon lights, lies a forgotten alley. The air smells of fried garlic, smoke, and wet earth after rain. Here, life moves slowly. Street vendors shouting prices, children running barefoot, and tired faces hiding silent dreams. Among the clatter and chaos stood a small wooden stall with a faded sign, Somchai's Porridge. Somchai, an old man with silver hair and a gentle smile, stirred his pot of rice porridge every dawn. He sold each bowl for almost nothing, sometimes free, because as he often said, no stomach should go hungry in this life. People called him poor, but those who knew him saw the wealth of kindness in his eyes. The struggle. One afternoon under the heavy gray sky, a small boy named Aaron wandered the market. His clothes were torn, his face pale with worry. In his trembling hand was a prescription paper, medicine for his sick mother who lay burning with fever in a tiny shack nearby. He approached the pharmacy counter. "Sir, please," he whispered, "my mother is very ill." "I will pay later." The pharmacist looked down coldly. "No money, no medicine," he said, turning away. Desperation filled the boy's eyes like storm clouds. As thunder rumbled above, Arun's heart pounded. He looked again at the shelves of medicine, the one that could save his mother. And before his fear could stop him, he grabbed the packet and ran. The chaos. "Thief! Stop him!" the pharmacist shouted. Chaos erupted. Market vendors dropped their baskets. People turned their heads. Aaron sprinted through puddles, clutching the medicine tight, his bare feet splashing water and mud. But a man caught his arm. Another shouted, "Dirty boy!" stealing like a rat. The crowd grew, fueled by anger and judgment. They dragged him back, and someone slapped him. "Teach him a lesson." The boy cried, "Please, my mother, she's dying." But no one cared. His voice was lost in the noise of hatred. Until, "Stop!" A single voice broke through. The crowd turned. Somchai, the porridge seller, stood there with a bowl still in his hand, steam rising from it. "Enough," he said softly. "He's just a child." The moment of compassion. Somchai bent down, placing a trembling hand on Aaron's shoulder. "Why did you steal, son?" The boy's lips quivered. "My mother, she's sick." "I had no money." Silence fell. The old man looked into those tear-filled eyes. Eyes not of a thief, but of a child drowning in fear and love. Without another word, Somchai pulled a few wrinkled bills from his pocket and handed them to the pharmacist. "Here, this should cover it." The crowd murmured. Some rolled their eyes, others whispered, "Foolish old man." But Somchai didn't care. He handed the medicine back to Aaron. "Take it home to your mother." Then he scooped warm porridge into a bowl and said, "Eat. You can't help her if you're starving." The boy hesitated, then took a spoonful and broke down crying. "Thank you, uncle. Thank you." The scorn of the crowd. As Aaron walked away with the medicine and a small wrapped bowl for his mother, the crowd scattered, grumbling. One woman muttered, "Kindness like that will only bring trouble." Another spat, "The boy will steal again." Somchai sighed and looked at his daughter, Molly, who had watched everything silently. "Papa," she whispered, "why risk your money for a stranger?" He smiled. "Because one day when I'm gone, I want the world to still have people who choose kindness over judgment. Years pass. Time rolled forward. The market changed. New shops rose. Old ones vanished. Somchai grew older, his hands shaking. But his smile remained the same. Molly worked beside him, keeping the stall alive. Sometimes when business was slow, Somchai still gave porridge for free to beggars. A full stomach can make a man believe in tomorrow, he'd say. Molly would shake her head but secretly admired her father's heart. The fall one morning as the sun began to rise, Somchai collapsed beside his stove. The pot overturned, spilling porridge across the floor. Molly screamed, "Papa!" and rushed to hold him. His breathing was faint, his pulse weak. At the hospital, doctors said he needed surgery. Expensive, urgent. Molly's world shattered. She sold her jewelry, her house, everything she owned. Yet the bills kept coming. Her tears fell onto unpaid receipts. At night she prayed, "Please, someone help me." But no one came. She sat alone in the corridor, clutching her father's hand, whispering, "You gave so much to others. Why is no one here for us now?" The return days later, a young doctor walked down the hospital corridor. He stopped, glancing at a name on the chart. Somchai. Something inside him stirred. He entered the room and saw the old man lying there. His eyes widened. The wrinkles, the gentle face. He remembered. That rainy day, the bowl of porridge, the hand that had lifted him from the dirt. He whispered, "Uncle Somchai." The nurse looked surprised. "Dr. Arun, you know him." Arun nodded, tears already forming. "He once saved my mother's life, and mine." The gift of gratitude without hesitation, Arun ordered the best treatment available. "Put everything on my account," he said firmly. The nurses exchanged looks, but obeyed. Every day Arun visited. He adjusted Somchai's blanket, checked his pulse, and smiled. "Rest, uncle. It's my turn now." Weeks later, when Molly came to pay the bill, the receptionist handed her an envelope. "It's already taken care of," she said. Inside, Molly found a note that read, "All hospital expenses have been paid. Long ago, with one bowl of porridge and a packet of medicine." Her heart stopped. The signature below, Dr. Aaron. The reunion. When Somchai regained consciousness, he saw Aaron standing by his bed. For a moment he thought he was dreaming. Then tears filled his eyes. You came back." Aaron knelt, holding his hand. "You saved my mother's life. I became a doctor because of you. That day you gave me food and faith. You taught me what humanity means." Somchai smiled weakly. "No, my boy. You taught me that kindness never dies. It always finds its way home." The ending news spread through the hospital, then the city, then the world. People cried as they read the story of the porridge seller and the doctor. Donations poured in. Strangers helped strangers again. The world remembered. Compassion still exists. Somchai passed away peacefully weeks later, his hand held by both Aaron and Molly. On the table beside his bed lay his old wooden spoon, clean and shining. At his funeral, Aaron gave a eulogy through tears. "Love is not measured by what we keep, but by what we give. A single act of kindness can echo for a lifetime." The legacy, months later in the same market corner, stood a new sign: Somchai's Porridge, free for the hungry. Beside it, a small clinic opened, Dr. Aaron Free Care Center. Every morning, Arun served porridge before work, smiling at every tired face. He often whispered his mentor's words. Feed the hungry first, then heal their hearts. The lesson life will test you, with poverty, pain, and loss. But love, even the smallest act of it, carries the power to heal wounds time cannot touch. A boy once stole to save his mother, not out of greed, but love. A poor man gave his last coin, not for reward, but compassion. Together they showed that kindness does not need to be big to be eternal. Remember this, one bowl of porridge, one act of mercy can change a life, a soul, a world. So when you see someone in need, don't ask, do they deserve it? Ask instead, what if this was my mother, my child? Because sometimes saving another's life is how we save our own. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this story inspiring or helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It truly means a lot and helps me create even more powerful stories for you. Remember, your dreams are waiting for you, but they only come true when you take action. Start today, no matter how small the step, because every great journey begins with a single move. Your move. Believe in yourself, keep going, and never give up. See you in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.